I'd like to start by informing everybody here today that there are alternatives to spanking your children and that spanking is never the answer. Today in our parenting class, one of our fellow parents said, "I was spanked as a child and I turned out just fine. What's wrong with spanking?" Well, there are many things wrong with spanking. First off, by spanking your child, you are demonstrating to him or her that violence is an acceptable way to deal with anger. Not only is spanking physically painful for your child, but it is mentally damaging to not only the child, but yourself as well. It is emotionally damaging to your child because after spanking, they may feel as though there is something wrong with them or that they are not good enough. A child who has a buildup of these feelings will only begin to have resentments towards you, the parent, and can lead to further issues later on in life as your child continues to develop. As for the parents, after spanking your child, feelings of guilt and doubt may arise within you. I'm sure you've all felt it if you've spanked your children. You may doubt your skills as a parent and feel as though you are a bully to your own child. Taking all power away from your child will only make them feel helpless and unworthy of your love. This too can lead to resentments and the creation of more problems within your child. Spanking your child can also diminish the trust that you have with them. If they feel that you are dangerous and are no longer protecting them, your trust, communication, and security may be lost. With all of this being said, I do not think that disciplining your child is wrong. There are many alternatives to spanking, which I would like to discuss next. Rather than instilling fear in your child and guilt in yourself, try some of the following options when it comes to disciplining your child. When your child does something that may make you angry or uptight, remain calm. If you feel like you want to spank your child, remove yourself from the situation immediately, whether that be physically or mentally, depending on the task or activity at hand. Rather than telling your child what it is that he or she did wrong, offer choices of what could be done in that situation to relieve the tension. Teaching children what they have done wrong and why it is hurtful or harmful is best and most effective when taught using kindness. Be calm and assertive, but show kindness and respect towards your child for the most effective learning experience for them. Giving your child consequences is more than acceptable, but make sure to find appropriate consequences for every situation that takes place, because every situation is very different. Allow your child to redeem themselves when they mess up. Give your child chances to handle the situation in a respectful way and make sure to reciprocate the respect. I gained much of my knowledge through my experience while observing in the Associated Students Child Development Lab, otherwise known as the ASCDL. I observed a classroom of 3 to 5-year-olds where the children were just beginning to overstep boundaries and push teachers to their limits. Let's say that your child is throwing a ball at the wall and having it bounce back at him or her. He or she decides to begin throwing the ball at a different classmate. You ask the child to stop throwing the ball at the other child, but the child says no and continues to throw the ball at the other child. In a situation like this, when the child is continuously defiant, make sure to stay calm and don't let the child get a rise out of you. Remove the ball from the child's hands and explain to him or her why it is wrong to throw the ball at others. Make every experience with your child a learning experience and make sure to offer alternatives. In this situation, you could say, "I see that you'd like to throw the ball at something other than the wall. Can I play with you, or would you like to throw the ball on the grass outside?" Then, begin to throw the ball with the child and try to keep their focus with you and the activity at hand. Talk about how the activity can still be fun without hurting others in the process. Tell them that there are always choices in every situation and to make the best possible decision at all times for themselves and for those around them.